Hello everyone, welcome back to the Life and Times of Mulch. There's me. Today we're building the second part of Build the Batmobile, stages 18, 19 and 20. Completing this pack again, like I said before, I've split it up into two because I feel there's just too much to fit into one video. So I've broken it down into two videos. So you get twice as much mulch for your money and it's free. So that's a bargain. So let's go off and let's build the next stages of Build the Batmobile to the Batcave. Welcome back everyone to the second part of this pack, 18, 19 and 20. Let's crack on and get creative. The Batmobile. Season 1, Episode 18, Holy Rat Race. Let's see what we need to do. Check out the parts. So in stage 18 we've got some AM screws, some more of them long H. We've also got some AHM screws, the long ones like we saw last time, and some CM screws. And in the pack got another familiar piece. This time it's got an R on it, a little plastic doofer, as I like to call things. I don't know what they're called. This matte finish bar piece, which is metal, and the other one of these, which obviously is the right hand side, so very similar to what we had before, just obviously the right hand version. And the first thing we're going to do is very similar, just with the R piece and the R piece on here. Again, that's going to fit over them two holes and that's going to screw in and look like that. So once them AM screws are on, it will look like that. And with this piece, similar to what we did before, these two holes here and here, we're just going to start the thread off with these long screws, just so they're easier to get in when we're attaching the parts. So, like that. One in there, one in there. Now, the next thing we've got to do is bring over this part we made last time, and we're going to put the other side on. So it looks like that. So, and put that in more of them long AHM screws. Let's get that done. So that's going to look like that. Now, keeping hold of the same piece, but on this side, them two screws that we just pre-screwed the holes, we're going to fit two more of them long AHM screws in either side to affix that, looking like that. Okay, so that will look, hopefully, something like that. Okay, then we're going to bring over the massive chassis frame and we're going to turn that over. Now what we want to do, having it this way around, is that this piece and the corresponding other sides need to go with there's a little cutout there and the same on the opposite side. So if I just show you in the book, give you some idea, that's what that's going to look like. So I'll put that in and show you how that looks. So it's getting quite heavy now, so that goes over these pieces here, and you've got the one with the big dip going in that way. And then we're going to fix them 1, 2, 3, 4 with some CM screws. Okay, so you've got your screws in there, there and there. If you want to look at it from the other side, that's what it's looking like on the opposite side. And the next thing we're going to do, keeping hold of the chassis, is we're going to bring over our engine, and we are going to sit the engine there something like that. Right, I'm just pulling the engine out here so you can see where the actual screws go in. When you put it underneath, there's one here that goes in there, and one on this side. And when you put them in, they will screw through here and here. There's also a hole in the back here which will line up with this little lug here. AM screws, so one there and one there. Do we need to put an AM screw in there? No, they're just saying 2 AM screws, one there and one there. So let's get them in. Okay, so that is all on. Now, the massive cable underneath, just feed that through the bottom. So on the top, it's going to look something like that, and there's a hell of a lot of weight there now. So there you go. One more screw. I was right, this hole here, it has a CM screw, so we'll put a CM screw in there. Okay, so there's a CM screw in there. Let's pull that all together nicely, and that's nicely in there now. Give you a good idea. Like I say, hell of a lot of weight there, but that's everything in that stage. Let's move on. And number 19, which is season 1, episode 19. Oh, it's my favourite Catwoman there. The perfect crime. Let's have a look what we get in 19. And this is everything we get in stage 19. And these double beats, I'm going to keep them in there so I don't lose anything. Also get a ton of, I think it's AM screws, nice little bag of AM screws, and some KP screws. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these pieces that are both labelled L, so we know we've got the right sides, and the longer piece is going to go on here. So it's going to go there, and then the shorter piece is going to go on this side, on there. Okay, so they're in there and there. Then we're going to do the same on the opposite side. I'm going to put the plates that are labelled R in here and here, again held in with some more AM screws. Okay, so when that's all done, these side bits are on here and here, and on the same on both sides. Okay, the next thing, on these little bits sticking out on the edge there, we're going to put these small pieces, and they just go on the end. I don't know if I can balance it on. It's going to go on the end there, and we're going to do the same on both sides. They're going to be held in underside with some KP screws, like that, and the same on this side just here. Okay, the next thing we've got to do is we have to push this so the ends of it are on these pegs here on either side, so they go on like that, but they need to be under this bar here and this bar here. Okay, so I'll try and show you this as best I can. So you can see it's gone under the bar here and under the bar here. These notches are facing forward, and then the bar on either side, you'll see there's a little cut out bit where that will sit in both sides, so it goes down in front of this bit here, and then like I say, you fix these on to either end there. And once you've done that, we've got little brackets. So we've got 2 little brackets, and they're going to go over the bar on this side, and on this side there's a hole there, a hole there. They're going to be held in with AM screws, and that's just going to hold all that together. Let's get that screwed in. So when that's done, hopefully you can see that there's a little bracket over the bar just here, and one just there as well. Finally in this pack, stage 20. Lovely Catwoman again, season 1, episode 20. Better luck next time. Yes. She's definitely the best Catwoman. Julie Newmar, gorgeous. Right, move on. So, in stage 20, I've got some pieces here, got a nice big spring. Put some pieces there. Some of them are metal, that's metal. And we've got lots of screws. We've got some CM screws. We've got some AM screws, excuse me. Some AIM screws. Some EM screws. And some MW screws. The first thing we need are these two bits and this little piece here. You'll see on here that we've got two sticky out bracket pieces. And on the two bits, the one that the sides are level with the edge go on the bottom bracket, and this one where the feet aren't as wide as the bracket, hope you can see that, go on the top one. They're going to fit like that, and they're going to be screwed on from this side with some WM screws, not MW, sorry, WM screws in there and there. So when they're screwed in, they're going to look, it's going to look like that. Okay, and then next with some CM screws, we're going to take this bar that's got holes in it, corresponding with this piece. They're going to go in like that. That's going to fit together like that, and we're going to put some CM screws in into there and there. So that looks like that, and then once that's all together, we're going to take this piece, which is labelled L, and we're going to put it over the ends like that. It's going to be screwed in, so it looks like that. And that's going to be screwed in with some EM screws. So when that's all put together, that's going to look like that. Okay, next we're going to fit the shock absorber. So if you go to the left hand side here with your spring is going to have to go in this gap in there. So let's get that in first. So that's going to sit in there like that, and then from the underside I'm going to take this piece that has two holes. That's going to go through the spring, through the middle of the spring, and it's going to attach on the back of there, just where my thumb is, with two AM screws. Okay, and then once you've got them two AM screws in there, on the top end, on here, you'll need to put a AIM screw. Okay, so the AIM screw goes just in there, and that is your suspension on that left hand side. Okay, next thing, we're going to take this bit that we put them pieces on before, we're going to turn it around so it's that way around, and this piece that we put on is going to go in to that section on there, and that's going to have an AIM screw in there as well. So let's get that in. So once that's screwed in, that will look like that. Okay, then we're going to turn it back over this way round, and on the same side that we've been working on, the left hand side, we're going to place this that we created, these two holes over these two lugs here, and the front hole is going to go over this bit here. So it's going to sit something like that. It's going to have 2 CM screws in this bit, so we'll put them in first. 2 CM screws in there, and then once they're in, make sure that's lined up on this side, and we're going to put another AIM screw in there. So when that's all finished, it should look something like that, and it will have movement here, and it obviously have the spring movement, and you can see the spring in there. And that's everything to do in that stage. And there you go, stages 18, 19 and 20. And look at that, we have fitted the engine into the chassis, and we have also built, or started to create this, which is obviously going to hold the wheel on eventually. But I'm happier now this is in the chassis, but this is a hell of a lot of weight here. The car's really going to weigh some when it's done. But we've put the spring in there, so we've got spring action for when the wheel's in there, and we've also got all the movement in there to move the wheel. It's looking really good. Really pleased with that. We've done lots today, and we have created this beast, which is now looking more like the skeleton of a car and not just bits of engine. I love it. And like I said before with these wires, a lot of these wires at the back here you're not going to see. You're going to see maybe this much of the engine, so don't panic too much about that bit. But it's looking good. I think you'll agree. We've done well, we've done lots, and again that's why I've split it into 2 parts, because there's 6 stages and it's just too much to put into one video. Well, I think it's too much, it just go on for too long. But there you are. Hope you enjoyed that. That is up to stage 20 now, and that's where we are with this hefty car. I'm going to put it down before I drop it, and I'll see you next time, right here on Life and Times of Mulch. Have a good day. Go get creative. I need a rest. See you next time. Like and subscribe.